Despite not being my favorite World of Darkness game, Werewolf, both the Apocalypse and the Forsaken, has always had some of the more fascinating lore throughout the series. That mostly has to do with werewolves being a deeply spiritual group of people, even more so than most mages. One of the most compelling bits of lore in the entire World of Darkness series has to be the tragedy of Father Wolf. Our story begins at, well, the beginning. The beginning of time and of spirit and of man. There was a great paradise called Pangaea, where beings of spirit and beings of flesh lived together in relative harmony. The borders of both worlds were patrolled by Urfarah, or Father Wolf. He was known and feared as a beast, with the ferocity and primal fury of a wolf, balanced with the intelligence and cunning of a human. Anyone who tried to disturb the balance between worlds would quickly be dispatched by the unyielding claws of Father Wolf. Despite, or possibly because, of his fearsome reputation, he was greatly respected in both worlds, with humans worshipping him as a god of the hunt, desire, hunger, and death. One particular spirit, the moon spirit Luna, fell in love with Father Wolf and visited him every chance that she had in the shape of a human. It didn't take long for Urfarah to reciprocate Luna's feelings, and soon the two had 5 children together. These children were the first of their kind in Pangaea, being of both flesh and spirit, and were raised to become fearsome hunters, just like their old man. The first pack displayed impressive powers inherited from both of their parents. Like Luna, an impressive shapeshifter in her own right, who shifted between 5 forms throughout the month, the Urfarah, as they would come to be known, were able to change their own form into 5 different shapes, each with their own abilities and advantages. Like their father, they were fierce and unyielding hunters, the prime physical specimens of Pangaea. However, not all was well. Allowing himself to have children had weakened Father Wolf. His eyesight grew dim, his gait grew slow, and a pack of wolves cannot tolerate a weak link, especially if that link is their alpha. So, when his time came, the pack slew their alpha, robbing Pangaea of its greatest protector. The spirits of Pangaea were horrified and appalled by the death of Father Wolf, fearful of the fact that mere half-bloods had slain what was essentially a god. Even Luna turned her back on them in grief, as the Urfarah were cast from paradise, and the worlds of spirit and man became separate. While the Urfarah were all very upset at being banished, there were 3 brothers that felt betrayed by their fellow werewolves as well, since they had not laid a claw on Father Wolf. 3 werewolves split away from their brothers and declared themselves the Pure, 3 werewolf tribes dedicated to hunting down those who had robbed them of their paradise. Now, after an unknown amount of time, Luna thankfully forgave the Urfarah and sent her servants, spirits called the Loon, to grant them unique powers, allowing different werewolves to take on the various roles upheld by Father Wolf, based on what moon they underwent the first change during. Warriors were born under the full moon, visionaries beneath the gibbous, leaders beneath the half moon, thinkers under the crescent moon, and tricksters beneath the invisible new moon. In return, all they had to do was carry on the duties of their progenitor, keeping the spirits of the Shadow Realm from invading the world of man.